Wrestling Intensity, Matt Douglas standing alongside
the host of the show, Dashing Don Hutton. You're welcome.
Dashing Don Hutton, the man that turns up every time I walk on a rock. I pick it up, and there's Dashing Don. But fans, tonight in Hillview, we are going to start a brand new road, man. We are on our way to crown a new APW World Heavyweight Champion.
You know, Matt Douglas, it's awful funny that they bring me in when we start open a new chapter for APW. They bring in the greatest of all time.
That's right, fans. It is a 2-week tournament, and I'm telling you, it's going to be good.
It's going to be real good. You got some of the biggest names around this area competing in this tournament.
That's right.
It's going to be good.
Who you pick, Dashing Don? Who do you predict is going to win the heavyweight tournament tonight?
You know, I've been known to lay a few bets here and there. There's a lot of talent in this. I'd have to go with somebody just because he's off the charts. You never know what he's going to do. I got to go with Madman Pondo.
Madman Pondo, a great choice. My choice is none other than Cash Flow. I'm sure you're going to be like, that's a shock. But Cash is my man, and I predict that next week he's going to walk out as the new APW Heavyweight Champion.
Of course you would. You've also got a little brown right there on the tip of your nose. You might want to get that off. Think, cameraman, shooting from another angle. That way you don't catch that brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to bring out our special guest, R.J. Douglas, and his honor, the judge.
The fans of Hillview showing no respect as usual.
It's been all over your Facebook page. You've been all kinds of posts on APWrestlingNow.com. All kinds telling the whole world that tonight you had a special announcement. What's that all about?
We'll get to that in a minute. My doctor just cleared me. I don't have to wear this on my neck anymore. Because these redneck sharecropping goat farmers got me in the ring with Cash 3 weeks ago. You're not typically. That's why the good judge is here. I don't need a lawyer. I've got a judge.
What's the judge got to do with this, R.J.?
Judge has got plenty to do with it. It's a big man, a big wrestler. Go and pick on him. I couldn't believe these people are picking him on. So, Judge took care of it. I got a seat. And this is going on. Cash, you can't come near my man. You can't touch my man. You better not even put a finger on him. You guys, I'm going to have him fine. They can go out of here.
I've heard about some on-the-tape attorneys, but never on-the-tape judge. When you got to... And who do you think you are?
I'm the judge. I do justice my way. And as for Cash, I got somebody else to pick forward. Billy the Pig. Billy the Pig. Don't worry about it. Billy the Pig did not even mention his name. Better not say his name one time. Not around here. Not anywhere close to this wrestling ring. You may call him something else, but you better not call him by his name.
Billy, if you don't know his name.
Cease and desist against Cash Flow, and he can't even lay a finger on R.J. Douglas. You also have a cease and desist against Billy the Pig.
I sure did. I told you to judge
cease and desist. That means I can come that close to you and not put my hands on you.
Yeah, leave it to Cash Flow to come in and interrupt an interview. He had to think what cease and desist meant.
I don't know what you have to do with this. You can tell these people that you're a judge. In my opinion, and in their opinion, you're nothing but a crackpot Republican in this country trying to hold people down. That's it.
I might be, but you put your hands on him, $500, baby, $500. Touch him with $500. I don't care. You can put your hands on.
You can make it $5. He ain't even got that to pay. Cash is lost. Look at that. Come on, Cash Flow. Quit talking to Matt Douglas. He's not going to do anything. The judge seems pretty pleased with himself. Come on, Cash, put your hands on him. It'll take you 15 years to come up with $500. There's nothing that Cash can do about it at all but stand there. Classic, Cash is lost.
What in the world is going on, Dashing Don, when the judge and R.J. Douglas pair up and have a cease and desist order against Cash? He can't even touch Cash Flow.
The best part of it is Cash doesn't have enough cash to pay $500 fines.
Go on. Because quite frankly, these people here are sick of looking to get you out on boat. Because if we think for 1 second that these people won't take the collection so I can knock you out, you got another thing coming. I suggest you go to the back.
Cash is still wrong. We're in Hillview. It would take 10 years to get $500.
You know what? Cash Flow, the fans here in Hillview, Kentucky love Cash Flow, and when you get screwed, and I'm going to say it, Dashing Don, yes, when you get screwed by the judge at R.J. Douglas, you got to do what you got to do.
You may be a judge, but I got one and 2 reasons why I don't like judges in the state of Kentucky. You keep doing right now, and I'm going to lose both of them and knock you out.
I don't think you can threaten a man of the law like that.
Well, I think he just did.
I say the Yobo Wrestling World Heavyweight Title Tournament in Hillview, Kentucky. All Wrestling Intensity is about to take off, and each and every one of you are going to be smack bang in the middle of it. And get ready, because not only will it be a bumper ride, there may be a swerve or two involved. You get what I'm saying?
We're in Hillview, Kentucky. Cash Flow. They don't know what bumpy road. Bumpy road, that's all there is here. Gravel and dirt. Hillview, Kentucky.
Don, here we go. The opening match. Cash Flow already. R.J. Douglas is trying to tease and taunt him to get him to touch him so that the judge can fine him.
Well, I would too. You know, the best part is, what happens if he can't pay the fine? Does he get locked up?
Well, he's a judge. Heck, who knows what can happen?
I mean, because honestly, it would take Cash Flow 15 years to come up with $500. It would take the people of Hillview and this sad, sorry community 10 years together to raise $500 for him.
Dashing Don, you never cease to amaze me.
And you know the best part? There's nothing that Cash Flow has. There's nothing worth anything in Hillview that even Dog the Bounty Hunter would take as collateral for a bond.
What hole did you crawl out of? Now we're talking about Dog the Bounty Hunter? Are you on the take like the judge is or what? Go ahead. I left you speechless.
No, you offend me by saying that. I'm not on the take.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Douglas and Dashing on the take, Don, right here by ringside.
Look, I'm not on the take now. If somebody wants to give me something, I'm all about free swag. That's what I'm all about.
And let's go to ringside. Collar and elbow tie-up now with J-Bly. Jay now trying to force the big man. Oh, the power of Cash Flow.
The ref needs to be on it. I think Cash Flow had a handful of hair.
What match are you watching? There you go. I guess he had a handful of hair. If you haven't noticed, J-Bly's kind of getting a little thin up there. He doesn't have but a handful left.
Well, if he wrestles guys like Cash Flow, of course not. Cash Flow pulls his hair out. Now look at that. Big closed fist. What's the ref doing? Nothing. Look, now he's going to jump on. He sit right there and watch Cash Flow with a closed fist.
The referee is doing his job. He's already counting. RJ's calling for a timeout, and he's got to understand there is no times out in the sport of professional wrestling.
And you know, that's the problem with wrestling. All the years that I managed, never got a timeout. All the other sports have timeout. How come we can't get a timeout? That's my question.
Because we are professional athletes, Dashing Don. When you get in there, there's no timeout. There's no second take.
Well, what are football players? What are basketball players? Don't they all get timeouts? Yes. RJ should be allowed to call a timeout, get everything settled down, and then let this guy get back in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dashing One never ceases to amaze me. He fabricates more garbage than anybody I have ever come into play with in a commentating booth. How long have you and I been in the booth together, Dashing Don?
Way too long. Why don't you step aside?
Cash now shoots him in. Nothing but turnbuckle. J-Bly goes down. Now look who's begging for mercy in the back.
He's in the corner.
Oh. Now what was that?
I don't know. I didn't see what happened.
There was a rake to the eyes.
I think that J-Bly was trying to point there was something on his chest. I think he was trying to help him get that off.
Would you stop?
What? I think he was. That's
in the first 3 minutes of this match, you have pulled out.
That looked like a low blow to me.
You have pulled out everything, Dashing Don. Everything. We might as well go home. Dashing Don has used all of his sizzles in the first 3 minutes of the opening match.
Matt Douglas, I got a lot more sizzles than that.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, vicious clothesline.
Big time clothesline now from Cash Flow. J-Bly once again rolling to the outside.
It's a smart move by him. He's got to cut the momentum off.
J-Bly now. I mean, this is big time for Jay. Jay is in a main event anywhere when you're in the ring with Cash Flow, and this is an opening round match for the APW Heavyweight Championship, and he's got Cash Flow. Is the deck stacked against him or what?
J-Bly? Yeah. Well, I'm trying to figure out, though, you just said Cash Flow and main event. Those two things don't go together.
I forgot. You guys have a little history together, don't you, Dashing Don?
We may have a little history from a few years back, but I'm not bitter. I don't hold any grudges.
Nah, Dashing Don Hutton would never, ever hold a grudge.
Darn right. Now, let's talk about J-Bly on the assault here. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm talking about that? Look, yeah, he's going to drop that knee.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
And this is probably the smartest move that I have seen tonight from J-Bly, going to work on the knee, because no matter how big of a giant you are, you take out the knee, and now all of a sudden you've got a weak man in the ring.
Exactly. Now, if Cash Flow was smart, what he would do is go ahead and just tap out.
Come on, ref. Look at that run. R.J. Douglas over in the corner, grabbing a hold of J-Bly's hand, trying to pull for some extra leverage.
J-Bly had sweat on his hand. R.J.'s just trying to drive for him.
Dashing Don. We are not. One more time. Here we go. Here we go. R.J. Douglas intervening in this match. So it's basically a 2-on-1 handicap opening round match for the heavyweight tournament. Is that correct?
2-on-1, really? What's Cash Flow got out here? He's got all these hillbillies out here wanting to take up a collection so that he can hit RJ. Yeah, it's 2-on-1. Come on.
Big chop now from Cash Flow.
J-Bly's got to be quick to retaliate. He's got to stay on him. He's got the big man hurt.
Woo! Another big chop taking Jay down. J-Bly now grab. Look at the facial expression. That had to hurt. Jay now crawling under the legs. Oh, and a big kick to the gut.
That was a nice move right there.
Going to work now on the knee.
There you go. That's what he's got to do. He's got to take that big man down. And the best part is he's got a 5 count to break that hold.
Oh, Cash now retaliating. Jay back to the midsection with some kicks. Where's RJ? Keep RJ back, because for some reason I just see RJ running up, grabbing a hold of Cash Flow's tights right now.
Yeah, of course you would see that.
J-Bly now covering Cash Flow. 1, 2, and oh!
That had to have been the slowest count known to man.
RJ Douglas, you would have to think, seen that one slipping away.
No, that might have been the slowest count known to man.
Well, the referee of the match, his name is Turtle.
Well, he's like a turtle. He's probably from Hillview, which means he probably can't count to 3.
J-Bly now going up top. Is he going to make it? Cash is also to his feet. Jay now up and... Oh, Cash has caught him! Oh, face first into the mat. 1, 2, and 3.
Say what you want to, Matt Douglas. That was an awful fast count by Turtle.
You know, Dashing Don, I don't think anything will ever please you. It's either too fast, it's too slow, should be timeouts, should not be timeouts. It seems that anything and everything that you want, that's what you get.
Matt Douglas, all I'm saying is...
Whoa, look at this, look at this.
I wish he would. He should probably go ahead and touch him. You know, what you need to do is some investigative journalism and ask the judge what happens if he does touch him and he can't pay the fine. That's what I would ask. Go ahead, Cash. I'll front you the $500. I'll take your 78 Pinto as a loan.
Oh boy, you know what? If I know Cash Flow, he needs to get a good attorney, and he needs to sue the pants off of R.J. Douglas and the judge for such a false accusation.
Listen to what you just said. Cash Flow and a good attorney. You got to have money to pay for a good attorney. I've got several good attorneys, but I couldn't let Cash Flow use them.
His name is Cash Flow. Do you not think that the man has money? Come on, Dashing Don.
Look at him. Do you think he has money? It would take him 15 years to come up with $500. Cameraman, focus on me. I am the host of the show. Don't you forget that. I'm the reason you're here.
where did the All-Pro Wrestling roster find Billy the P and Apollo?
Well, I thought they found Billy the P in your closet. You know, what's wrong? I mean, Apollo, what more could you ask for? Look at him. He's built. Man has all kinds of talent. You know, if I might have to even actually change my pick to win this tournament, because that's how big of a stud Apollo is.
You're calling Apollo the stud, and you're predicting now for Apollo to win the whole tournament?
That I might have to. Don't get me wrong, I've got $250 on each one of these guys in the tournament. Either way, I'm coming out a winner.
Typical thoughts for Dashing Don: lose 15 to gain 1. Is that right? I thought you overcome that problem years ago, Dashing Don. I thought you put the gambling aside, man. I thought you turned over a new leaf.
You put a little money here, there, never hurts anything, and I never lose. Either way, I always win, Matt Douglas. Have you ever known me not to win? Come on.
Well, there was a few gentlemen's club outings that I happen to remember that you didn't come out a winner.
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
Of course we aren't.
I'm telling you, Apollo could be the odds-on favorite to win this whole thing. I mean, he's got Billy the P in his corner.
That's true. So Apollo would have to be the odds-on favorite to win this match.
Wait a minute. Did he just call them his people?
Did he just call them hillbilly people?
I don't know if he said hillbilly. I know he said hillbilly. I don't know if he said his people or not. If he's calling these people his people, I might have to change my pick.
Well, you know what? Now he just said that you could have these rednecks.
Now, there he goes. Doja, money could be back on Apollo.
Well, I would have to say that when you get someone like the legendary, the 17-year veteran, managed such great tag team champions as the Headbangers, that you would have to be the odds-on favorite to win, just because of the knowledge and the expertise that Billy the P brings.
Billy the P, I thought you were talking about me.
1. Apollo now claiming that he grabbed the tights.
Well, it did look like he had an awful big handful of tights back there. Let's just call it like we see it.
Lennox Norris, the bronzed tiger Lennox Norris.
You know, his problem is if he's going to listen to these people. I mean, he's got potential. He's got upside. Look at him. You know, if I were still actively managing, I could take him to heights, you know, that he's never thought about going.
Well, you know that once the title became vacated, that there was a laundry list of athletes from all over the world submitting their name for this tournament. So I was told that the board of directors met and they picked the very best athletes for a 2-night tournament. Tonight being the first. You are now fans at home watching the second match to crown a new APW Heavyweight Champion. Earlier tonight,
Apollo
Cash Flow
going on the attack.
And you're completely ignoring the fact that we're talking about the title tournament.
I'm just trying to make sure the fans understand. You know, they're sitting there with their little black and white TVs, you know, sitting there with a TV dinner and a warm can of beer.
Watching APW Intensity. You know why we call it Intensity, don't you?
Because I'm here.
Boy, oh boy, fans, you heard it. APW Intensity, Dashing Don. The world would not be complete without Dashing Don in the broadcast booth with me here tonight. Lennox Norris now up and a drop kick onto Apollo.
Beautiful drop kick.
Apollo now calling to the outside. Here comes Billy the P. And I guess they're going to want a timeout.
Of course they should. And the ref should give them a timeout.
Fans here in Hillview, Kentucky, John with Apollo telling him to run home to his mama.
You know, that's the problem. You know, the fans wonder why I come out and I tell them to shut their mouth. But yet they think it's okay to talk about Apollo like that.
Here we go, Apollo back in the ring. Both men sizing each other up. And, oh, Apollo with a quick headlock.
See how he just snatched him into that headlock?
Oh, and that had to be a gouge to the throat.
You don't know that. He could have had a throat lodges or, a cough chop.
He could have, go ahead and say it. He could have been choking to death, and Apollo was just trying to help him clear the pipe, right?
No, I mean, he could have had a cough chop and just swallowed it wrong when he got snatched into that headlock.
Apollo now, look at that rake of the eyes.
But he's trying to help him get that cough chop out, I think.
Oh, Lennox Norris now, left and a right. Oh, and a kick to the midsection. Meet Mr. Knee, neck breaker. Covers him. 1, 2, and oh, almost a 3 count.
Almost, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That is very true. Dashing down, Apollo with a knee onto Lennox. Lennox is down. Apollo now walking over to pick him up.
I think this is just about over, Matt Douglas.
Big clubbing forearm from Apollo.
If this ref can count to 3, this is probably just about over. Trust me.
This is the referee that has a lawnmower tattooed to the back of his head, mowing down the bald spot.
What, is he another one of Hillview's finest?
Oh, and Apollo up and over!
See? What about that? He should call for the bell. He blatantly threw him over the top rope.
He threw him. It looked to me like Apollo was running. Lennox Norris up and over! Fans here in Hillview going crazy for the Bronze Tiger, Lennox Norris.
I still say that he threw him over the top rope.
Now look at Billy the P telling his man Apollo, get up, get up. Billy the P's probably looking at Apollo saying, Apollo, get back in the ring. My meal ticket is running out. Lennox now big clubbering right forearm.
He stopped Apollo from getting in.
Oh, and another big forearms. Both men trading back and forth blows.
Just going at it. Billy the P needs to call for a timeout or something.
Billy the P better be doing something because right now we are on number 8. And I'm telling you, they are. Count was broken now by Apollo. Oh, and a big right hand.
Huge right hand by Apollo. Now,
blocks it. Big forearm. Look at Billy the P. He's dancing around over there. He needs to be getting Apollo focused. Is that, the referee's calling for the bell on this one.
What are they doing? What's going on?
What happened?
What's going on, Matt Douglas? What happened here?
We're waiting for the official word from the referee, Ted DeZarn.
What in the world?
What? Referee's calling the match over, but what's the official decision?
Well, obviously Apollo had to win. He won by disqualification, I think.
Apollo now, he is mad. Billy the P is walking around like he just lost his meal ticket.
What happened?
Yeah, you're mad. I'm seeing you.
What in the world is going on? The meal ticket, Apollo? Is there dissension amongst the ranks of Billy the P and Apollo? What is the official decision?
Ladies and gentlemen, both of them have been counted out. Therefore, neither man will advance in the heavyweight tournament.
A double count out? You're gonna call a double count out in a title tournament?
Hey, I am not the official of record. Ted DeZarn was the man that called it. But right now, we are moving right along.
I don't see how you do that. And I don't know what's going on with Apollo and with Billy the P, but obviously something is not right there.
Fans, those of you at home, the last time we were in Hillview, Kentucky, Robbie Rotten won a battle royal which got him into a bye that put him into the second round. So earlier tonight, Cash Flow was victorious and now has advanced to the second semifinals. Help me out, Dashing Don. I'm all tongue twisted.
Semifinal, Matt Douglas. Calm down. Just relax.
Semifinals. And now A main event that would sell out any arena. Cash Flow, the rock star Robbie Rotten.
I don't know if that would sell out a garage.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm just saying. Cash Flow, Robbie Rotten.
I don't know, there's just something about him. Something around my eye. Reminds me of you. Not really. I hate him.
Just wait till you hear this arena erupt when Cash Flow walks through that curtain. There he is, the big man.
There's a second round match for the APW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, hailing from London, Sicily, Cash Flow.
Leave it to Cash Flow to hobnob with the common folk.
Hey, the fans here in Hillview love Cash Flow, and Cash Flow loves them. Don't begrudge a man because he has fans, something that you, Dashing Don, in your career has never had.
You're crazy, Matt Douglas.
And wait till you hear this crowd with a hometown favorite.
Oh, Lord. You've got to be kidding me.
The fans here in Hillview love rockstar Robbie Rotten, the man that many have claimed would be victorious at the end of this heavyweight championship tournament.
Well, I wouldn't listen to anything those fans had to say.
Cash Flow, the rockstar Robbie Rotten, squaring off in a second round matchup.
You know, look. Here's Cash Flow, obviously trying to buy his way out of this match. I think he just probably promised Robbie half a dozen cheeseburgers or something if he just lets him win.
Are you kidding me? Are you trying to insinuate that Cash Flow would not win this thing fair and square?
It is Cash Flow. I know throughout his career, Cash Flow's always done everything by the book. I'm not the only one here with a shady past.
You're still shady. You are so shady, Dashing Don.
I stay in the shade. I'm not shady anymore. The worst part is the crowd's deafening. I don't know who they're cheering for more.
What a deafening ovation for the rock star Robbie Rotten.
That's actually pretty scary.
Wow, listen to that ovation for Cash Flow.
Great, so they're both popular in Hillview. Woo, that's worth something.
I think, Dashing Don, you're just a little jealous that when you came out tonight, you didn't get that pop that Cash Flow and Robbie Rotten got.
Look, these humanoids here, I could care less if they cheer for me. I could buy and sell every one of them at 3 times what they think they're worth.
All right, collar and elbow tie up and an arm drag from Cash Flow. Robbie Rotten now. Look at the look on both these men's faces. Robbie victorious in a battle royal, receiving a bye in the tournament.
Look at Cash's hand. It's right over his eyes. He's going to rake the eyes.
Robbie now backs him in. Is it going to be a clean break? If he's as shady as you said, I would have to think. Oh, look at that, Dashing Don. Clean break from the rock star. Some lucky fan there got the headband of rock star Robbie Rotten.
Some lucky fan just got the headband. I don't think so.
Maybe got the head lice from Robbie Rotten.
Head lice, exactly. So you're with me.
Cash now got him back, and another clean break.
See, look at his eye. Look at his eye. He wanted to take a cheap shot. I'm telling you, it's right there in his eye. All you got to do is look at it. I guarantee you, before this match is over, Cash Flow takes the biggest cheap shot. You know, I think it actually gets to Cash Flow that they're actually cheering for Robbie Rotten more than they are him.
Dashing Down, I have to agree. It seems to me like it was kind of 50-50.
I'm telling you, I can see it in his eyes. I know Cash Flow. I know how the man thinks. See, look at him. In the ropes, obviously. Not listening to the official. See?
I think he's hulking up.
I'm telling you, he can hulk up. I don't know what good it's going to do him.
Robbie now, big forearm. Robbie Rotten now. Oh, and a big headbutt onto Cash Flow.
Cash is lost.
I think Robbie Rotten wants this. Oh, a big chop from Cash Flow. Woo, another one. Robbie now.
He wants his 10 pounds of gold right here. Of course he wants it. Now look, see? I told you. I told you, Matt Douglas.
Robbie
I told you Cash Flow would do it.
You would have to think that that's more of a veteran's move. Cash Flow knowing exactly where he was at all times on the outside and took Robbie straight in to Mr. Turnbuckle.
He took the cheap shot, just like I said he would. I'm telling you. See, there's...
Oh, what was that? Robbie Rotten now going back into the Rockstar and ramming Cash into the post.
Hey, he's just returning what he got. Caught him his seat, Matt Douglas. But I'm telling you, if Cash Flow would smarten up and listen to me, Cash Flow, I could take Cash Flow back to the top.
You could take him back to the farm.
Back to the top, Matt Douglas. Clean your ears out.
Dashing Don taking Cash. It's probably been at least a decade, Dashing Don, since you've taken anybody to the top. At least.
That's not true, Matt Douglas, because the two girls that I met last night, I took them to the top.
Boy, oh boy. This is a family show, Dashing Don.
You wouldn't know nothing about that, though, would you, Matt Douglas?
Anyway, Cash Flow now. Oh, a big headbutt onto the Rockstar, Robbie Rotten. Robbie now rolling to the outside. Cash Flow follows him out. Oh! Please, we don't want another double count out, guys. Get in the ring. Robbie!
Oh!
Cash Flow rams him into the stairs.
Look at him. He's going to make the turn. I'm telling you, Matt Douglas, it could be a good thing. You know, if Cash were smart, I would take him to the top. And you know what? When he comes out and he does this, he'd actually have Cash.
Ooh, Robbie now with a chop. Cash Flow with a chop. The Rockstar.
The
Cash. The Rockstar. Cash.
They better get back in the ring.
And another one from Cash Flow.
My pick for the tournament, Madman Pondo's going to walk right into the title if everybody keeps getting double counted out.
Well, next week, we still have some more opening round on Intensity. I hope your man, Madman Pondo, is in those matches. Oh, Cash picks him up. Oh, onto the concrete floor. Cash Flow drops him. Somebody call a paramedic. Robbie's got to be carried out of here.
I cannot believe Cash Flow. Look at him. Look at his eyes.
Look at that look. That's either a look of deceit or that's a look that says, I want the 10 pounds of gold and I want the honor to be called the APW World Heavyweight Champion.
What it all comes down to, he's tired of listening to the people.
One would have to assume that the Rockstar is hurt.
You think, Matt Douglas? Obviously he's hurt. Look at him, he still can't get up.
You and I have seen Robbie Rotten for a number of years. Have you ever seen a look like that, a look of pain in Robbie Rotten's eyes, or is that a look of disappointment?
See, he's going back in there. Now Cash Flow needs to just lay him out. Hit him.
Be a man, Robbie. There you go. There, what sportsmanship from the rock star Robbie Rotten.
That's the sign of a weak man. That shows he'll never get anywhere because he's too nice a guy.
Well, you heard the wisdom. If you ask me, that was a heck of a match, Dashing Don.
It was a great match.
And advancing to the finals, Cash Flow.
Well, that's fine because my man's going to win. Cameraman, stay on me. I'm the host of the show.
At this time,
you know, the best looking man.
R.J. Douglas and the judge.
This should be entertaining. Wonder where they're at. I hope that Cash Flow hasn't gotten a hold of RJ. Here they come, and look, they both bought food. Good, I was getting a bit hungry. Oh, we're gonna have a party.
What are you coming out here throwing confetti? You got a birthday cake? I mean,
It's a celebration cake.
what kind of celebration cake?
It's a celebration cake. You can't say my name. That's what it is.
What kind of celebration? Where did you get that mom and pop dumb diner or what? Or did Judge make it?
Hey, my mother made this cake. Watch what you're saying.
Well, I guess any woman that's 140 years old, and she must have made a masterpiece, Judge.
My mother bakes a good cake. Let me tell you, this is a good cake.
I don't want any of that nasty stuff. There's mold and... No, you need to... I don't want any of that. It's just another thing. Get away from me, R.J. Douglas.
Hey, I'm thinking about having a piece right now.
You need to have a piece. I mean, come on. I don't want a piece.
What in the world?
They got a piece, all right. They got a piece, all right. They got a piece.
What in the world is he doing? Who let Billy the P out of his cage?
Look at this face. Look at these faces. And we will see you next week, APW Intensity.
I can't believe it. What in the world? Who let Billy the P out of his cage? That's disgusting. The judge should file a lawsuit against him.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I am going to turn it over.